Hi, it's Marcy. It is Thursday, September 15th, 2011, and I just wanted to take a few minutes today to answer a couple of questions that I had. The first question was, what kind of HCG am I taking? I chose to do the non-homeopathic drops for the simple reason being that I thought it would be easier for me to do them rather than to do the injections. I got the drops from a very reputable dealer here in Canada, and I was very happy with my purchase. I will be continuing with those on round two, which is coming up in October, and I will probably stick with them unless I'm not getting the desired results, but that will have to be seen yet. So I was really actually very happy with them, as I had said. I am certain that I got the right dosage for the simple reason that I didn't have any hunger after the first 4 days or so. There was no noticeable hunger for me, and that made life a lot easier. There was a mild hunger in the first 4 days on the drops, and that went away really quickly. I had no cravings. There was one Friday evening where we were having a movie night, and the kids opened a bag of potato chips, and I was listening to the crunch, missing the crunch. So the next time we did a movie night, I saved my apple, and I had my apple during the movie, and I never experienced that again. So there were really no longings or lusting after foods that I couldn't eat, and again, that made things much easier. The second question is, what am I doing on phase 3 to try and stabilize and maintain that loss? And my whole approach to phase 3 is take it really, really slowly. That's what's been working for me. I was a stickler on P2 for the protocol, and what I decided to do on P3 is to keep the foods that I was eating the first week of P3 the same as what I was eating on P2. What I did is I increased the amount of proteins, I increased the amount of vegetables I was eating, and I did mix my vegetables. I was eating a lot of salads, of course, but I kept the same vegetable choices as what were given on the P2 protocol. I did add in a couple of fruits a day. I did add in 2 successful additions the first week, other than what was on the P2 protocol. Um, and that was bacon, sugar-free bacon, and eggs. I'm a breakfast person. I was missing having breakfast. So I did that the first day of the P3 protocol. I never had any problems with it. And that's where I kept things for the first 5 or 6 days of P3. I did not gain anything during that time. Right at the end of the first week of phase 3, I decided to have the cinnamon mug bread, which was delicious. I had about half of what the recipe makes, and I experienced a 2.3-pound gain the next day. That was a bit disappointing. Um, but of course, I didn't panic. I did a steak day that day. I fasted all day. I drank a ton of water, which I always do. And I had the apple with the steak at dinner time. I fried this huge steak in butter. I was so full afterwards. I thought I might burst. Um, and the next day I lost absolutely nothing. So that was a hard lesson learned. I am not a person that benefits from a steak day. However, I had been watching Ms. HCG Girls vlogs. I had been watching Neely HCG. I had also been watching Lose It Forever. And they all said that they had success with the fat fast. In fact, Lose It Forever has a blog about it. Neely HCG has a document on it explaining how to do it. And I decided that the day after the steak day, I would do a fat fast day. So I did one fat fast day, and after that, the next day I was down 1.8 pounds. So I found that the fat fast does work for me. Those were the 2 correction days I did in week 1. I have done absolutely no correction days after that. I've had no reason to. Um, I have only had a gain, and this is at the risk of too much information, but I have only gained since then during ovulation. I am not a girl that gains during TOM. Who knew? I didn't until I went through a couple of cycles on HCG. So I had no problems there, but I know that during ovulation I gain about 1.5 pounds. There is no correction day needed. Even if you go over 2 pounds, if it's a hormonal flux. So I have not had to do any sort of correction days since then. Um, the rest of the weight that I was up came off very, very slowly, and it's been on a downwards trend since then, strangely enough. I am obviously not trying to lose anymore. I'm trying to maintain the loss that I have had. For the last 2 weeks, I have been stable at 202.4, but today I got on the scale and I was 201.4. So I had a loss of another pound. Now, I didn't believe it at first, so I got off the scale, I let it reset, I got back on, and it was 201.4. So I did the same thing, got off, let it reset, and after the third time of seeing it, I'm pretty certain that I am 201.4. So if that's one less pound I have to lose on round two, I'm going to be happy about it. Um, and that's where I am at right now. So other than that, with P3, the only thing I've been doing is just adding things really slowly. So for instance, I've tried to incorporate cheese, starting off at like at half an ounce, and I have worked my way up to an ounce. I probably will not eat more than an ounce of cheese in a day. It was the same with nuts. Um, Ezekiel bread, I started with half a slice and I worked my way up to a slice, and I often have a slice of cinnamon raisin Ezekiel bread toasted with my breakfast. That's great. I really enjoy it. I wasn't sure that I was going to enjoy the Ezekiel bread, but it's really very good. You should try it if you haven't. Um, Other than that, that's really all that I have done. Just try to work things in extremely slowly, see what happens. And I've had no trouble if I start at a very small amount and work up to something that is a reasonable serving. So, um, that's really all I have to say about that. I'm just hoping for continued success in maintaining the loss that I have had until I get to round two and can experience some more releases. It's really happy. I'm really happy for all the people that are on P2 right now and are having great releases. It's very encouraging to see. And it's great to see that there are other people out there stabilizing and maintaining really well too. So that makes me excited for the next round. I haven't been exercising really, not that I've had the time. You can probably see behind me that the house is a mess. It looks kind of like we've had an explosion. I have been living out here for a while with my boyfriend. He lives about 20 minutes outside the city in a rural community. And I have had a house in the city for many years. And I have only recently started moving all of my things out here because I've been maintaining the house in the city. But I have let that go um, to move out here full time. And trying to fit two households into one is not the easiest thing if you've ever done it. Kind of looks like um, well, it's just not good right now. So I'm trying to organize and work and take care of the little one during the day and trying to do so many things. So I haven't been exercising or vlogging regularly. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. I will be checking in more as I get to round two, and I'm hoping to vlog every couple of days then. Um, I'd like to get walking again. I'm somebody who, on average, in an average day, would walk 4 kilometers, and I've been really missing that. There's some great places to walk out here, so I'm hoping to get back into that. And if I have any sort of news to report on that and how it affects P3, I will be sure to let you know. I'm going to start doing some other types of exercise soon too as well. So other than that, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you keep releasing and maintaining and stabilizing, and I'll see you later. Bye.